In LA this week,
city, state, and LGBT groups gather to call for stricter gun control measures. The details next. Downtown LA is getting its first bike traffic signal light and these protected lanes. More coming up.
I like how I got to see the nature. It was so peaceful.
I'm Anna Margos. Welcome to Paddle the LA River, run by the LA Conservation Corps, an effort to get more Angelinos out on the LA River and out on the water, and boy, it is fun. More coming up. Hello and welcome to LA This Week. Thanks for joining us. I'm Yana Kay. The mass shooting at a gay nightclub in Florida has sparked newfound purpose for LGBTQ activists. They're teaming with local leaders to support tougher gun laws as Washington refuses to budge on the matter. Gil Reyes has details from City Hall.
By now, you've probably heard so many stories about the shooting rampage at a gay nightclub in Orlando. LA has its own stories, like Maria Romans, the transgender activist phoned home soon after it happened.
As I told my mother that I loved her, she said, "Be safe." At that moment, I realized that my safety is not my choice, that I am a moving target.
Some of our elected leaders say they'll do what they can to prevent similar tragedies from happening again. Gay and straight, they gather outside LA City Hall demanding tougher gun laws.
Let me be very clear. This is part of the gay agenda. The gay agenda is now firearm safety.
State bills they are lobbying for include background checks for Californians buying ammunition and requiring gun owners to report lost or stolen firearms within 5 days. LAPD Chief Charlie Beck supports more gun bans.
What we need to do is we need to add to that list and include assault-style weapons with quickly detachable magazines. And bullet button guns, no matter what anybody says, are quickly detachable magazines. It just takes a little dexterity.
The chief is referring to assault rifles like this one, which require tools to remove the mags. Some say this inconvenience makes bullet button guns difficult to use in mass shootings, part of the reason why they are legal. But all you really need is a simple tool, like a tiny pin or magnet, to press the button, detach the mag, and reload quickly.
When is our Congress going to act? When are they going to get up and stand up to the NRA and do something to save our lives?
City Councilman Paul Krikorian has authored some of the city's most recent gun laws. He says local laws are not enough because illegal guns can be easily transported from states where they are legal. And since Congress has not moved on the issue, it's up to local governments to take a stand.
It takes courage to stand up and to find the right and to make sure that it is right that makes might.
Not just for the LGBT community, but for everybody.
Outside City Hall, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
49 people were murdered in that shooting rampage in Orlando. Well, gun violence awareness has become a critical issue for many around the country in the wake of repeated shootings and massacres nationwide. Here in LA, community members remember an especially violent attack on children 17 years ago as they lobby for stronger gun laws. Anna Marcos reports.
A crazed neo-Nazi, heavily armed, came into the center right where we're standing and got off 70 rounds. Fired off 70 rounds at the children.
Residents and community leaders remembered the shooting victims and survivors of the Jewish Community Center shooting in Granada Hills in 1999. A white supremacist killed a postal worker and injured 5 people, 3 of them children. 6-year-old Josh Stepikoff was one of them.
And a man came into the front holding something at his leg that looked to be a power drill. Moments later, I stood up from the floor, and to my surprise, it was not a drill. It was a semi-automatic Uzi knockoff. He had shot 70 rounds in less than a minute. One had pierced through my left leg, and the other one pierced into my left hip.
The attack sparked a lawsuit by the victims' families against the manufacturers, sellers, and distributors of the gun that injured the victims. But the lawsuit was dismissed with help from a strong gun lobby.
This industry, unlike any other in America, now enjoys a form of immunity from liability unlike any other industry in America.
Now, in the wake of more attacks, killings, and massacres around the country, violence prevention advocates are pushing for stronger anti-gun laws.
If there was any other product that was being sold in America that killed 100,000 people since 2013, do you not think that we would ban that product?
Our lives changed forever. Not only has Mindy suffered physically, but emotionally as well, just as soldiers returning from war.
Many here remember then First Lady Hillary Clinton came to visit the victims and their families after the attack. But whichever candidate becomes president, it's clear these anti-gun advocates will push for the candidate with the strongest anti-gun platform. I'm Anna Marcos for LA This Week.
Prosecutors say convicted murderer Buford Furo admitted to the crimes and that he was motivated by racial hatred. Furo got life in prison without possibility of parole. While up to 90% of former prisoners in California are unemployed, but the City of Angels is hoping to change that through a new collaboration that's giving those individuals a second chance. Rasha Goel has more.
As part of a collaborative effort, Mayor Eric Garcetti's Office of Re-Entry is helping formerly incarcerated Angelenos with finding jobs.
To be locked out after you've been locked up is perhaps the double sentence. We're so proud that my Office of Re-Entry, our City Council, are partnering with Caltrans to connect 1,350 formerly incarcerated men and women to permanent employment over the next 3 years.
The Caltrans Parolee Program, which has been in inception since 2009 in Sacramento, is a collaboration between Caltrans and the Department of Corrections. It gives Californians a clean, safe state highway system and gives parolees, as the mayor says, a second chance.
Officials say this program will also help contribute to a possible decrease in homelessness.
One of the most alarming stats is that of the people that we count in the homelessness count, over 50% of them have spent time in prison. And so we know that this is one of the big precursors to homelessness.
For each of the program's 3 years, 450 people currently on parole or probation will join a Caltrans work crew. During a transitional work period, they will also have access to services from life skills training to cognitive behavior therapy. You can't just give folks a job, you have to give services with the job.
And when they have completed the transitional period, they will be placed in permanent employment.
For all the folks that will come, they know they're going to have to work hard to make sure that they finish this program, but they can.
And they can, as long as they have an opportunity. I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
The total investment by Caltrans is about $9 million for this project. Well, city and county leaders team up to address the needs of LA's fastly growing aging population. Gil Reyes reports from Olvera Street.
The drive is on to make Los Angeles the most age-friendly place in the world, and in several ways.
Transportation, housing, civic engagement, employment, and emergency preparedness policies that will support our residents during their aging process.
LA City and County team up for a 3-year fact-finding mission to determine what matters most to seniors. It's called the Purposeful Aging Initiative.
Because older Americans aren't some abstract group. They're our parents and our grandparents. They're our coworkers. They're our neighbors. They are Los Angeles.
Mayor Eric Garcetti says LA City departments will reach out to older Americans to create new policies. This could mean adding more adult wellness classes at city parks and recreation centers. Also prioritizing job training for seniors at the Economic and Workforce Development Department. One of LA's partners in this outreach is Senior Advocates AARP. They're trying to determine ways to prevent seniors from being evicted from their homes.
That's not right. People should be able to stay in the communities where they raise their children, and so that's what we're trying to do. Today was a milestone for Los Angeles and Los Angeles County.
To include older people's voices and their participation in making Los Angeles the best city to grow old in the world.
Between 2010 and 2030, the number of people over the age of 65 is expected to double in LA County, a group that may very well include you. I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
More than 2 million seniors are expected to live in LA County by 2030. Well, more bicyclists just might want to dust off those bikes and start using them to commute to work in downtown LA as the city unveils its new bicycle traffic signal program. Ana Marcos takes us to Alvaro Pueblo, where the fun begins.
The bike lovers are ready to go as the first bike traffic signal lights go up in the city, making the streets a little safer for pedal-pushing enthusiasts. Councilmember Jose Huizar is among the first to try the lights and the lanes out as he Facebook posts the experience.
I've ridden downtown LA several times now on my bike, and you're constantly looking around. Where's the car? Am I safe? When you're in the protected bike lane, you have these bollards kind of protecting your space. You feel safe.
The new bike signal project also includes protected bike lanes to keep the bikes away from traffic. The improvements run from Alameda Avenue at Alvaro Pueblo on through several traffic lights to Los Angeles and First Streets, a big hub for downtown LA's light rail system.
Portland's pretty forward thinking when it comes to street design, and they're jealous of what we've done here, and so we like to hear that.
80-year-old Phil Aker will be using the traffic signals. He commutes daily on his bike to his job downtown.
I think regular exercise is very important, and I don't have to join a gym. There's no special sign up or whatever.
You just ride to work every day.
I go out, get on my bike, and ride to work.
And come July 7th, Angelenos and tourists alike will be able to rent these bikes at downtown locations through the rideshare program. They'll be able to take LA the scenic way and get off the four wheels.
Go, 3 seconds. They maybe allow somebody to see their city for the first time from behind the handlebars, to experience the joy of biking again, and to feel connected to their city.
I think it's a great idea. I just think it's going to take a long time to educate drivers and bicyclists, cyclists. But I think it is a great idea. We should have less cars on the road.
The $750,000 project was paid for with state transportation funds. I'm Ana Marcos for LA This Week.
Councilmember Huizar says the new bike traffic signal system will help promote the city's Vision Zero program, which aims to make streets safer for cyclists and pedestrians and aims to wipe out traffic deaths. Well, riding public transit just got easier. A new customer service center maps out your routes, not just in the city of LA, but throughout LA County as well. Gil Reyes has more from downtown. Gil.
That is right, Yana. All your questions regarding public transit scheduling and public transit routes can be answered right here at this all-new space in the LA Mall, right next to City Hall, and all the information will be given to you in real time.
Questions like how to get a bus ticket, how to transfer, can I bring my bike, can all be answered here face-to-face near the hub of LA City government.
I think it's important for us to have multiple ways to reach people. So, it's online, it's on your smartphone, but the brick and mortar customer service is really still one of the sort of core things that we want to make sure we have.
Salida Reynolds, general manager of the LA Department of Transportation, talking about the bigger and brighter LADOT Customer Service Center in downtown. It steps from the old location at the LA Mall beneath City Hall East. New additions include these giant touchscreen wall monitors. They're like the ones in New York's Grand Central Station, except these feature LA maps, so you can plan and print out your LA routes.
People can come in here and look up all the transit agencies in LA County. So not just for us, because in Los Angeles we have over 24 transit agencies. We also have real-time information, so you can actually see the live buses. So since we are in downtown, I will go ahead and select Dash A, and you can see where the bus is. So if you're downstairs and you're trying to get to Little Tokyo, you will see exactly where the bus is.
And it will tell you when your bus is arriving. LADOT also says it's the first transit agency in the country to feature mobile ticketing services on your smartphone.
You can actually, through your smartphone, purchase a ticket and use that to get on the bus. So you don't have to have a tap card, you don't have to fumble for change. It's just all there on your smartphone.
How to access mobile ticketing and the city's new Go LA app can be answered here. You can purchase tap cards here too. 4 full-time employees are at your service Monday through Friday. At the LA Mall, Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
The LADOT Customer Service Center is open Monday through Friday, 6:30 a.m. to 6 p.m. Well, it's all about helping business owners prosper in Los Angeles. As Rasha Goel explains, the city is making it easier than ever to get new business off the ground.
The LA Times recently held a multicultural business forum to help provide information to existing and growing small businesses in the city. Attendees learned a wide variety of information.
Things such as marketing ideas, insights, information, legal, all the things that we know are important to small businesses and their success.
The business forums have been held for 3 years, but this year was expanded to a wider audience, with this particular forum geared towards women.
We started off with just Latino series. It used to be Abriendo Puertas. We, this year, launched the Multicultural Business Series, which includes Asian, African American, Latino, LGBT, and women.
We believe that it is important. We believe that small businesses help to drive the local economy, and so we have to support it.
Ana Guerrero from Mayor Eric Garcetti's office was also there to offer advice on how to use city services.
If you're looking to start a new business, please explore our LA Business Portal and our Startup in a Day guide, both of which can be accessed through business.lacity.org.
We take the responsibility of making sure that we are able to connect and help our communities grow.
More information is available on www.latimes.com/multicultural forums. I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
The next Multicultural Business Forum will be held in September. While one of indie rock's biggest bands has raised millions of dollars for charity through innovation. As Gil Reyes reports, a member of the band Arcade Fire has fundraising advice for students at LA Trade Tech College.
Canadian indie rockers Arcade Fire have sold out concerts from Glastonbury, England to Coachella, and have won even more praise for their humanitarian work. Since 2007, Arcade Fire has donated $1 for every ticket sold to relief in Haiti.
We're selling the tickets anyways. The people are coming to the shows anyways. Why aren't we all adding $1 on and having it go to the things that are really, really meaningful to us?
This, quote, simple but innovative idea coming from the band's touring violinist, Marika Anthony Shaw. It's helped raise more than $2 million for Haiti so far. Marika Anthony Shaw is the guest of honor at the recent Social Innovation Summit at LA Trade Tech College. Area Councilman Curran Price hopes the forum inspires others to think outside the box.
For opportunities, for goals, for dreams, making things happen.
Anthony Shaw has formed an organization called Plus One. It partners with other musical acts to donate proceeds of their earnings to charity.
And we're only just beginning. We'll have raised $4 million by the end of this year, $10 million by the end of next. And that's nothing. That's just music. But what about sports? What about any other time a fan community comes together to share something beautiful, exciting, passionate? Because what I would love to see is the normalizing of compassion.
And a better world for us all. From LA Trade Tech College, I'm Gil Reyes for LA This Week.
To learn more about Plus One and its growing movement of nonprofits and volunteers, log on to plusone.org. Body cameras for police officers get the green light. The city attorney cracks down on property owners who have converted their apartment buildings into short-term rentals. And Angelenos display their generous spirit by giving to those less fortunate. All these stories in Citybeat. The Los Angeles City Council signed off on a $59 million plan to equip LAPD officers with body cameras and cell phones. The council voted to move ahead with a 5-year, $31 million contract to purchase about 7,000 body cameras and 4,400 stun guns. Los Angeles Police Commission officials say the cameras will make interactions with police officers more transparent, leading to fewer complaints from the public and potentially reducing incidences of excessive force or abuse by police officers. LA City Attorney Mike Feuer filed civil cases against the owners and operators of 3 rent-stabilized apartment buildings, alleging that they are illegally operating and advertising as hotels or short-term rentals. Feuer says the buildings are subject to the city's rent stabilization ordinance and that the building owners need to be held accountable for not complying with the law.
We live in a city with a profound shortage of affordable housing. And given that shortage of affordable housing, illegally converting rental units to hotels or short-term rents has got to stop.
Thousands of household items and lifestyle services were donated and gathered at local fire stations by hundreds of Angelenos and businesses as part of the Welcome Home Project, Mayor Eric Garcetti announced. Launched in May, the Welcome Home Project is an effort led by Garcetti to engage Angelenos in helping the most vulnerable residents. Garcetti's staff recruited Angelenos citywide to host gatherings of friends, neighbors, and colleagues to learn about the city's homelessness strategy and mobilize them to take action.
And I'm proud to say that Angelenos have gone above and beyond the call of duty. Hundreds of people who have come together to provide together in homes and businesses to provide plates, utensils, blankets, pillows, shampoo, nail clippers, frying pans, all the basic necessities.
Well, one day after gathering all those household supplies, Mayor Eric Garcetti helped move a family into their new home. Rasha Goel has more.
Good luck and keep your hopes up, because if you think negative, things negative are really going to happen.
Some encouraging advice from young Hannah, who recently moved into her new home at the Villas on Gower in Los Angeles with her mother and sister. Her mom, Anna, tells us what this new place means to them.
I hope you enjoy your...
It's new. I think it's new home.
We were actually at the LA housing, transitional housing, waiting to see if we can qualify to come to our place. We were pretty much at our lowest, and now we can have a place to go home. So that's like a second start for me.
Anna and her daughters are among other families who have experienced homelessness and now have a place to call home. It's part of the mayor move-in, where Mayor Eric Garcetti was all hands-on.
I'm your mayor. Nice to meet you. Hey, how are you? Today is the big move-in day. Folks who have moved in recent days or even today are coming into housing, off of the streets, out of cars, and it's just an amazing way to connect Los Angeles with itself, to bring people together who care about homelessness with individuals.
The move-in is part of a bigger program where Angelenos are encouraged to sign up as volunteer hosts and invite friends, family, and neighbors to a gathering, guiding them through a discussion about homelessness in LA. The mayor's office supplies talking points and reference materials so that hosts are comfortable leading the discussion.
We're going to be doing this every 3 months. So get ready with your friends to host a house party. Bring these things together, toiletries and plates and mattresses and other things that people need. We'll come and we'll help you set that up, and then we'll help you do the next big move-in a few months from now.
The Villas at Gower will provide homes for 125 individuals and families who have been homeless and have qualifying disabilities.
Well, homelessness was created one story at a time, one person, one family at a time, and we're going to solve it that same way.
It's an amazing, amazing, amazing feeling to be able to have our place and be able to call it home, right?
You feel very special.
I feel very special.
Yeah.
I'm Rasha Goel for LA This Week.
More information on the Welcome Home Project can be found at lamayor.org. Well, here's a way to escape the summer heat and stress of city life. Take a boat ride down the LA River. Anna Marcos goes kayaking with Paddle the LA River and comes back with this report.
Minutes away from the hustle and bustle of LA's urban wilderness is a different kind of wilderness where water and birds are often the only sounds. Paddle the LA River, run by the LA Conservation Corps, has brought out a school of kids for an afternoon kayak ride in the Sepulveda Wash.
I'm feeling a little bit nervous since I've never been kayaking before.
Someone else appears a little anxious as well.
I wasn't expecting this. Even getting to the kayaks is a challenge. Let's see how I do. It's probably freezing. Ah! Help! I'm stuck.
There are a few mishaps, like getting stuck on sandbars and paddling into trees, but soon both reporter and kids get the hang of it, and we are cruising upriver in our kayaks, enjoying the sights.
It's always nice to see all the youth get excited. They see there's plenty of wildlife here. It's mallard ducks, great blue herons, snowy egrets. As far as fish, we have mosquito fish, tilapia, catfish.
Others are also enjoying a lazy afternoon on the water.
We're fishing right here at the LA River.
Catching what?
Bass and carp.
The LA Conservation Corps gives at-risk kids training and jobs all year, but during the summer months, it takes school kids from all over LA out on the river for a taste of nature. And once a week, on Saturdays, it opens its boat tours to the public.
There's more companies doing, to be honest, but we're the only ones that charge way less, which is $30.
The 1.5-mile long riverboat ride is over way too soon.
I like how I got to see the nature. It was so peaceful.
We don't even have to get out of Los Angeles and then enjoy something as fun as this.
And it seems even reporters enjoy a time out rowing boats gently down the stream. I'm Anna Margos for LA This Week.
The boat tours run through September. For more information and pricing, visit paddlethelariver.org or laconservationcorps.org. As you just saw, there's plenty of fun to be had on the LA River this summer. And enjoy 4th of July as fireworks light up the sky in LA. All this in this week's Things to Do. Paddle the LA River is the premier kayaking experience in LA. LA Conservation Corps guides will lead you down a 1.5-mile natural soft-bottom stretch surrounded by native habitat along the LA River in the Sepulveda Basin. For more, visit paddlethelariver.org. Celebrate Independence Day at the Hollywood Bowl with the legendary rock and roll band Chicago. One of America's most popular rock bands, the Grammy-winning hitmakers Saturday in the Park, You're the Inspiration, and many more appear on 3 spectacular evenings featuring patriotic music, thrilling fireworks, and more fun. It all takes place at the Hollywood Bowl July 2nd through the 4th. For more, visit hollywoodbowl.com. With one of the most spectacular fireworks displays in Southern California, the 4th of July fireworks extravaganza at Warner Park delights over 60,000 people with a free concert and 15-minute spectacular fireworks display. There are over 20 local restaurants on hand, along with arts and crafts vendors and local businesses promoting and selling their goods. The event takes place on July 4th from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Come early. Warner Park is located at 5800 Topanga Canyon Boulevard in Woodland Hills. For more, visit valleycultural.org. And that's a look at some things to do. Well, that's going to do it for this edition. I'm Yana Kay, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thanks for joining us. A reminder that you can catch us online at lacityview.org. You can also follow and like us on Facebook. We'll see you back here next week for more of LA This Week.